Hey there. I am at the end of day 31 of my juice fast. So I know I said I was only going to go 30 days, and I pretty much did. This morning I woke up and I was ready to have a smoothie, and I made the smoothie and I thought, man, mud would taste good after 30 days of not eating anything. And lo and behold, it didn't taste good. And I couldn't really get the whole thing down, so I got down what I could do, and then I went the rest of the day with pretty much just water. And I really kind of had an anxiety about starting to eat again. I got to thinking that if I hadn't already prepped 2 weeks worth of meals, I can't imagine that I would be even coming off this thing. I feel great. Mentally, I'm a little off. I was a little irritable today, but it could be the cosmos or anything. But as far as how I feel physically and cognitive ability and everything, I feel just fine. I did another test of a quantum resonance magnetic analyzer, if you all know what that is. It's kind of a nutrition profile slash body reader kind of thing, just let you know how your body's doing. It's a quick, easy test you can do on yourself. And so I did one at the beginning of the cleanse, about halfway through, and then I just did one today. And my test results were better than they've ever been. I had more vitamins and minerals in balance in my body than I had ever had. I'm typically low on like calcium and things like that, and my calcium was higher than it's ever been. A lot of things were just spot on, and I was really just amazed at how I've gotten away with so little in my diet, and how really you don't need that much. And to think that, I spend so much time trying to supplement this and supplement that and trying to get so much more in my body, that you really can do a lot with very little. And sometimes, actually a lot of times, less is more. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for vitamins and stuff. Not that you don't need some things, especially if you're going to maintain a standard American diet. But ultimately, don't go overboard. Don't be blowing all your money, because you may not be absorbing most of it. And honestly, it may be your diet that's keeping you from actually having the proper nutrition. A lot of the sugars and starches will rob you of those vitamins and minerals, and apparently a lot faster than I ever even realized. So keep that kind of stuff in mind as you're taking your supplements and you're loading up on all kinds of things. Over this whole cleanse, the one thing that I've noticed that really, really improved was, I've had for the last 15, 20 years, I've had a trimmer to my hand. And I'm not exactly sure where it came from, other than I was a total sugar junkie as a kid. And I grew up in a rural area where we would be playing out in the yard and the farmers would be spraying the fields. And at that point, you didn't really hear about, you need to stay away from that stuff as much. Usually mom would call us in or whatever, but we would still, be out there for a little while and be exposed to that. And I know that Roundup has been linked to Parkinson's in people and things like that. So that's always been a thought in the back of my mind that maybe that had something to do with it. But ultimately, I've been working for years. I've taken, I've gone to see all sorts of medical doctors and taken prescriptions. I've done all the different natural routes. The best thing that I've come across has been just keeping my blood sugar in check. But after 30 days of not eating, my body has gone into repair mode, and I'm more stable than I've ever been, at least since I was probably like 10 years old. There might be the occasional kind of tremor there, but nothing. So I'm really, really excited about that and how far that's progressed. Outside of that, it's been an amazing 30 days. There's been a lot of ups and downs. Ultimately, I feel like I had the experience of a lifetime. I definitely want to do this again. Maybe go a little bit longer. We'll see. Maybe just do another 30 days. Because I mean, even up to yesterday, I was eliminating a lot of stuff. Part of that's due to doing a liver gallbladder flush and also doing a parasite cleanse. So I was kind of doing 3 cleanses at once, which I don't recommend most of you doing that. Take it easy. You know, I've been working at this kind of stuff for years, and I've kind of built up, and I know what I'm doing. At least I think I do. And I have the quantum resonance magnetic analyzer to kind of check in on myself and make sure that I'm not losing track of what I'm doing. But the parasite cleanse was productive. After 3 weeks of seeing almost nothing, once I started that liver and gallbladder flush, all sorts of flukes. If you look up flukes, pictures of flukes, hundreds if not thousands of those little things came out of me, so maybe they were tucked away in my liver and gallbladder. So along with probably thousands of different gallstones, little tiny things, some up to the size of a marble, came out of me, and they were coming out for a couple days. So that's something I'm intending on doing a blog on and outlining that a little bit, so stay tuned for that. But ultimately, it has been quite the experience. I didn't think I was going to even eat today, and then after I came home from work, I was so excited just to eat something and taste all these foods. I made so many meals and put them in the freezer, and they all looked so good and smelled so good, and so finally I had to try something. And so I had zucchini noodles with a pasta sauce, raw vegan sausage, some wild-caught dryad saddle that I found the other day, which is also known as the pheasant back. And if you can get one that's really young, they're super tender and absolutely delicious. And that was the first one I'd found that was really young and tender enough, and oof, really good. Be on the lookout for those on your elm trees. And then I had some raw vegan breadsticks that I made that were delicious and went well with the whole meal, as well as some Baja cheese. That's just kind of this spicy green nut cheese that I put together from a recipe I have, and man, I am satisfied. I filled up from on a lot of food, and I feel really good now. So going to be doing another smoothie tomorrow, and I think it'll just be onward and upward from here. So stay tuned. I've got a lot of different videos coming up with my Expo West adventure, and a lot of good videos on recipes and stuff that I'm going to be doing. So thank you so much for watching. It's been quite the experience. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.